Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk real quick about WarLight multi-day ladder. I have with me Master of the Dead, the creator of the multi-day ladder, which is a special clot where we've been having multi-day games. We have around 70-80 players active, and we decided to do this very quick video to explain you all of the features that they have, because people are still asking some very simple basic questions. So if you are on WarLight, if you go to the community tab, you have right here a thing saying community events with a link to MOTD's multi-day ladder clot. You click on it and you are at the clot ladder page. You see all these different tables. If you click on the join button on the top right, you will join the ladder. I will just join it real quick so you guys can see. And it takes a few seconds. Bam! You have successfully joined the ladder. You will now receive games from a pool of 46 templates. You can veto up to 7 templates. So you can choose the number of games that you can play. Right now I'm playing 2 at a time. I can check my own profile. On my profile, I have my current ranking, the best rank I ever got, the best rating I ever got. There's also a link to my profile on WarLight itself. And then there's this very important thing called the veto templates, which are the templates that you choose not to play of the big list of templates that exist on the multi-day ladder. So if you click on change templates, you have this list, which you can checkbox the ones that you prefer not to play. So right now I don't like French Brawl, so I'm not playing French Brawl, Belarus, Catfight, Snowy Mountains. You get the picture. When you change this, you can just click update and it's saved, and that's it. Beneath it, you have a list of the latest games. So MOTT, do you want to go over this just so I don't talk myself all the time?
Sure. So latest games basically is a table which has like all of the games which you ever played on MDL and all of the people you've played against. So the table is pretty straightforward. It has a link to the game itself. It has a link to the template page, which we will go into shortly. It also has the finish date of each game if it has finished, and it has the opponent's rating who you faced. Also keep in mind that this rating is obviously something which fluctuates. So, you may see a specific rating for a player today and you may see something completely different tomorrow. There are a few cool features on this table which you can use to get different perspectives, which is firstly, you can sort on the template column. So if you sort on the template column, it will basically line up all of the games you've played on a specific template together. So for example, here I see which player's profile are we looking at? PS. Yeah. So we see all of the China games which PS has played together. We see all of the Discovery games.
I won 2 out of 2 on China. I'm so good.
Yeah, who knew? So you can see all of the elitist Africa games which PS has played and so on. So you can sort on template. It's a nice way to see all of the games a player has played on a specific template. So if you know somebody's really good on a specific template, just go over to their profile, sort by template, and then you can see all of their games on that specific template. Another thing you can sort on this table is by date, which is it'll line up the games which have been played in chronological order. You can also sort by opponent rating, and this is a feature which you can actually use to see common games of a player with another player, because since the player has the same rating for all of the games, you can basically see all of the games PS has played with MOD, and obviously he's not really doing very well there, so he has something to improve on. But yeah, this is a way you can see all of PS's games against MOD. If you go to a different page, you can see PS's games against another player and so on. So that's a neat hack to see common games with another player.
Okay, on the right side you have the usual rating table and rank history. What's it called? Are these histograms? I don't know what
yeah, it's just kind of a chart. No, not a histogram.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rating, and if you hover your mouse over it, you have specific dates showing you the specific values. So pretty straightforward. The most important thing that we would
another thing on that chart actually. So if you do the pinch motion, it'll actually zoom into that chart. So your chart it doesn't have like too many points. But if you look at MOD's chart, it's like, you know, he's been on the ladder every day. So this chart basically will have a point for every day on which you were active on MDL. So if you were active for all of the days of MDL, it would have a lot of points on your chart. So you can pinch and zoom into, like, you know, specific portions of your rating or rank to see, like, you know, to get a better
That's cool.
view.
Okay, so onto the bottom. On the bottom, you have another table sort of thing where you have your win rate per template. So you have the list of all the templates right here, and it ranks you by the one where you have the highest win rate. So for me, it's Austria Airports, Phobia, Treasure Map, Stratomy. If you hover your mouse over it, it says the exact number of games that you actually played on that template, and you have a list. I think it's the top 20 ones. Am I correct?
Yes. So any template which you've played at least 2 games on can appear on this chart, and it'll sort it by your win percentage at the moment.
Okay, and that's it for the profile. Let's go back into the main ladder page. If the internet, internal server error.
It must be doing an update. Sometimes that happens.
Now it worked. Okay. What are the tables you have here? You have the top ranked tables, which you have obviously the top players ranked. If you click the view wall, you have the list of all the players currently playing, ordered by rating. If you go a few pages deep, you will start to see unranked people. So which are the people who are currently joined in the MDL, but not ranked yet, because you need a total of 20 games to get ranked. Is this correct?
Yeah, you need 20 unexpired games, and games expire if they're 5 months old. So if you have 20 games, you'll be ranked.
Okay, if you go a few more tables deep, you will actually see a bump in the rating difference, which is the people who are currently not active on the table. This will probably be improved in sometime soon to have multiple tables, so you can clearly see people who are joined on the ladder, people who are not currently on the ladder, and what their rating is. Let's go over another neat feature that it has. It's the weekly report of what games have been happening this week. You have a list of the top players, and for each, you can go over pages to see the other players, and for each one you have their current ranking and how it shifted from this day comparing with 7 days ago. The number of wins and losses. So you see Master of the Dead has been doing real good this week. He has 6 wins and 0 losses. And yeah, so this is a nice way to get some information on how the trends of the players have been changing. Another feature, you have the list of the latest games, which is pretty straightforward. Actually, you can only see these 20. You can't see more of them because we could show all of them, but go on.
Yeah, in the original implementation, I was actually listing all of the games, but we reached, it was not scaling really well. So
yeah, it was just slow like hell. So I think at some point we will have another page if you want to actually have a full list, but it just takes so long to load that it's not really very useful. It's only useful if you want to do some in-depth analysis, and for that you're better off just asking us what kind of stuff you would like to see and trying to implement it visually in a page for everybody to take advantage of. Then on the right you have a FAQ section. Quick text saying what the template, what clot is about, how the game allocation works. I don't know. Do you want to cover this real quick, MOTD, or do you think it's
no? It's like quite self-explanatory. But yeah, you can read it and it should make sense.
Let's move on then. Player ranking, also how the players are ranked. Use the ELO rating system. There's a link to the Wikipedia explaining exactly how it works. Actually, it's not Wikipedia. It's
it's a separate
WordPress page.
Yeah, but one key thing to note here is although this ladder uses ELO, it is not it is not similar to the rating system used on like all the standard WarLight ladders, which uses Bayesian ELO. So ELO is like just cumulative. So the rating of your opponent at the time of the game creation is the only thing which matters in terms of how it impacts your rating based on the game result. Whereas on like standard 1v1 on standard WarLight ladders, you have like, if I beat a certain player and later that player does really well, then that impacts me as well. Whereas that is not the case in MDL. Although it may sound like it's not a good thing, it's actually really good in terms of discouraging runs, because making runs on this ladder will get you nowhere, because you will always start at 1500 and you have to work your way up. Whereas if you have any rating which is above 1500, basically you'd be better off not making a run and instead just continuing on whatever you have. Losses don't bog you down the same way they do on, like, normal wall-like ladders.
Okay, so last but not least, we have the list of all the templates that are currently used, and if you see, there are actually links and you can actually click on them. And I'm going to open Atlantis for you, and you see here the list of all the latest games that have been played on them, and on the right side you have a video that we've been recording explaining how the best way to play this particular template. So if you're new to the template, you go to this page, you have a list of all the links of games that you can just open. On another tab, analyze the game, so get yourself acquainted with the template, and you can see the video, usually 3, 5, maximum 8 minutes, where we discuss the best strategies that we usually have for picking and playing the template in question. So you can go over multiple templates, and we try to do one for each template. So yeah, you can see this, and you also have a link to the players if you want to see if a particular player is particularly good. For example, I can click on Mully and see Mully's profile and how many games he's been playing, what templates is he better on, etc. So this gives you some intel for you to prepare your game against specific players or specific templates. So MOTD, do you want to say anything else in particular?
Yeah, so we have like about 51 odd templates right now, and obviously you get 7 vetoes, so you can always change your vetoes whenever you want as well. Other things in terms of game allocation, you will not get matched up with the same player as long as, like, if you have played them in the last 5 days already. Also, in terms of templates, you will not get the same template if your last 5 games actually were played on that same template. For example, if I've played on Stratemy in my last 5 games, I won't get Stratemy again until like at least I finish 5 more games. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess.
Okay, so let us know what you guys think. If you have any specific questions, if you have any doubts, send your comments to Master of the Dead, how he can improve this clot any further. Also, Mully has been helping with some things, so if you have specific features you would like to see in terms of visual things, also feel free to bug him for specific ideas that you have. Hope this was useful. Bye bye, take care.